Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is your queen, Divine Mother Goddess Yamaya, and I am coming to you with another intuitive guided read from your spirit guides, ancestors, and just your higher self-conscious if you are vibrating on a higher spiritual level. And if not, you will be getting there at some point if you continue to watch my readings. Hopefully you can be able to get some of this good energy, as well as hopefully if you continue to watch me, you'll learn some of my techniques, meditation habits, and things like that, so that you can start to vibrate higher. But other than that, I am going to be doing a read for my sun, moon, and rising signs for Capricorn. We're going to be starting this read off today with Capricorn, and then we'll be going into Aquarius after this. So if you want to stick by, please be on the lookout for my next reading. I'll be doing all zodiac signs for my daily read, getting you all of the information that you need to be on the lookout for. Just going to shuffle it one more time, guys, and we'll be getting started. So far, I can see that someone is having a rebirth, but before they get to this rebirth, they're probably having to let go of or change some of the habits that they have. They could be too kind, too generous in spirit, or it could be the opposite. But what me seeing it upright is like someone is definitely really kind and, could be soft-spoken, could have a hard time relaying their feelings of how they feel towards other people, and that could be getting ready to change. Or a kind-hearted person could be getting ready to pass away, be really sick, something that's going to be putting them out of commission, where they won't be able to do the normal things that they are used to doing, things that they're used to being involved with. Someone could also be in the process of leaving their old ways behind, going from being childish to growing up and becoming a more mature person. Old habits that they could have had in the past could be dying off at this time. Yes, we have the Wheel card. So someone definitely is changing a lot about themselves. A lot has been illuminated to where this person is being given an opportunity in order for them to grow, in order for them to become someone better than who they have been in the past. Or I'm sorry, we have the World card. Someone is also receiving good karma at this time. Someone is being awakened to a new higher calling, a spiritual calling, where they could be a spiritual teacher, they could be a spiritual guide, they could be someone who will actually in all actuality be changing the world as you know it. They could be someone who could be guiding people to a different path, or they could be in the process of being guided down a different path, a path of light. They could be someone who were coming from a place of being a people pleaser, being someone who was allowing people to get over on them, but that old way has changed. They could now be in the process of becoming someone who is more, stern with their words, more able to speak up a little bit easier than what they have been in the past. They could have been one of those people who allow people to get over on them and things like that. Could have been pouring into a lot of the wrong cups of people who could have doubted them or created an illusion over them where they were self-doubting themselves. They could have been, putting a lot of things off that they needed to for themselves to become a better person in order to gratify other people and make them feel better about themselves, where in all actuality they needed to be worrying about and taking care of themselves, or yourself, I should say. Or you could be doing this with someone else, or someone could be doing this with you, showing you more attention than they should be, when they should be having more self-love. Someone could have not had a lot of self-love, had been taking care of themselves with self-care, could have let themselves go, and things of that sort, just because they were trying to please you, or vice versa. You could have been doing this same very thing that I'm saying, just reverse it for what your situation is. But yeah, that's the situation that we have here. But someone is definitely growing up. Someone is definitely changing how they are and becoming a new and refined person at this time, or they will be really soon, or this could have already taken place, and you could be walking right now in in your purpose, or you could be you could have changed so much to where you're unidentifiable to a lot of people, and a lot of people could be denying that you have changed, but you in fact have. Okay, and so we have the Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups is in reverse, which is saying that, like I said, you could have been pouring out, you could have been giving a lot to others, and they weren't appreciative of what you have been doing for them. You could have, tried to be creative with them, tried to help them out in a lot of ways. You could have tried to work with people in order for them to change themselves, or you could have had other people trying to help you to become a different person, to change your habits, change the way you looked at things, your viewpoint, your outer look on the world as you have saw it around them. You could have been one of those people that was really negative about your viewpoint on the world, could have been really inside your head, really upset all the time, really angry at the way things had turned out in your life that you didn't like, and it was hard, and you were having a hard time accepting that that's the way you were. You could have been set in your ways, but now it's like something or someone has inspired you for you to change. Something has occurred in your life. Like I said, you could have been having a near-death experience, or you could have had a death in the family or something of that sort, where it caused you to change a lot about how you see and view the world and the way that you carry yourself at this point in time in this world and in your world. We have the Three of Swords in reverse, or I'm sorry, the Three of Wands. You could have been really upset, trying to attack people a lot because of this outlook that you had on the world, where it's like you feel like people are so negative, people are, vibrate so low. And when I mean by vibrate so low, it's like the characteristics that you see people have on a day-to-day in the world that we all see. A lot of people, or just in general, if you don't get out into the world that often because you feel like the world is like really negative, then you could be at home a lot, or you could work from home a lot, and you just see the way the world is by a means of social media, or the things that you read in the tabloids, the different type of papers that you get on your phone. As far as articles, when I say papers, it doesn't have to be physical. I just mean like the tabloids on your phone that comes up, when you open your phone, that we all see. And it could be so much negativity to where you're like, the world is really messed up, I don't like what I see. You could have felt like there was a lot of anguish within you, meaning like really angry. You could have felt like there was a lot of problems, anguish in the world, as we all do see. And that could have had you in your mind of being really pessimistic, viewing the world as it's not going to change, or something could have been going on in your world where it makes you feel like your world had been changing, and things around you wouldn't change. But as I said, with the Star card at the bottom, something inspired you to change, or someone inspired you to change, to become a better person, to view life totally different, from a different lens than what you have seen it as in the past. You could have been going in a direction of, your life spiraling downhill right in front of your eyes, and you felt like you had no control over it. You could have always been in the mood with this Knight of Wands of trying to attack others, just really negative. You could have always wanted to, react in a way of, out of haste, want to fight others, not able to. Ooh, the Three of Swords want to come out in the middle as I'm shuffling. And this is the truth, but I'm not going to take that card. But that is a confirmation that this is the truth of it. The information that I'm revealing to you about in this reading is the truth of the matter. You could have feel like people aren't going to change. You feel like you wouldn't be able to change. You'll always be that way. But someone shows you that, no, that's not how you have to be. The way you view the world isn't the way that it'll always be, or the way that it truly is or was meant to be. And that is all within us in order for us to change the world that we want to create, or the way that we want to see it, or the way that we want to live in it, the experience we want to get out of it. with this Magician card coming up, it's like you giving yourself the power, or someone has showed you that you have the power to change things around you. You have the power to be able to do all things if you allow yourself to believe that and actually manifest that with the law of attraction. Speaking things out unto yourself and into the world as you want them and believe for them that they should be and that you want them to be. The Moon card is illumination, is truth as well, and you know, within yourself as well as within what you believe. Some things that you weren't aware of has showed you the truth. You could have been getting attacked, or you could have felt really defensive where you wanted to go and attack people. You could have been trying to, you know, feel like you needed to win at all costs, as well as you could have been, you know, stirring up problems a lot. One of those argumentative people who always creating problems, going out fighting people a lot, you know, lying a lot, doing some type of, taking some type of action against someone, where you're always in this state of being a manipulator or trying to hurt people, and you never would want to give in. You never would want to let go of things. You held on to them for too long. You could have always felt like you gotta do this again. You could have kept on going back and back to the same habits, the same choices, the same decisions, thinking that that's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way the world is. This is my last 4 cards. They are face down right now, but I'm going to take them, and these are going to be the last cards that we have for this reading to close you out for your daily read, Capricorn. So we have the Wheel in reverse. We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Knight of Cups in reverse. And we have the Eight of Cups. No, we have the Knight of Cups upright. And we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. So what I'm getting right now, I'm just going to fix these pictures, these cards the right way, so that I can definitely read after I'm done telling you. Get more energy from the read that I see as these cards are placed down, so excuse me. So with the Wheel card in reverse, it's like there could have been a lot of things happening to you at this time in your life. You could be 31. You could be going on 31. All of this stuff could have started to transform and change your mind at the age of 31. This could be happening in 31 days. You know, you could have, like I said, been in a situation, or you could have been in a situation of having this mindset for 31 years. But yeah, with the Wheel card in reverse, it's like, because of this way that you were thinking, you started to get bad karma. You started to, you know, start so much drama to where things weren't going the way that they should be going. You were holding on to things for too long. You should have changed the way you thought, but instead of changing the way you thought, you stayed in that mindset for so long, to where it started to drain you, to literally and physically, you know, start attacking your body, whether it be mentally or through your mentality. It also started to penetrate through your physical vessel, through your physical body. And because stress and like having anger and things like that, it does take a toll on our body, and it does start to break us down in a way where we eventually start killing ourselves. You were also someone who was because you had this mindset, really lustful, someone that could have been dating a lot, someone who was always going out doing something. You could have never been at home. You could have always been trying to get over on someone by, you know, feeling like if I show you that I love you, then you'll give me more, or something like that. To that degree, you could, but all the time it was to backstab them, to take advantage of them, to use them. It was never really real. You could have definitely been someone, like I said, that's a user, someone who also was a player, someone who didn't mean anything by their words, because you had a negative viewpoint and a negative thought process on the way that you saw the world. You could have been someone who got really hurt by someone else who was a player, or someone else who played you, into where you started to be that way and act out of the way that of how you were hurt and how you were treated or mistreated. With the Eight of Cups, go ahead, Mama, you can have some popcorn. With the Eight of Cups in reverse, it's like you had, like I said, there was many things that you should have walked away from. Yes, mommy, you can have one too. There was many, excuse me, I'm talking to my kids, guys. But as I'm saying, there was many things that you should have walked away from, many things that you should have changed about yourself, many problems with this cup right here, many problems that you should have let go of, threw away, done away with, but you couldn't. It was like you felt like you needed to hold on, you needed to hang on to those things in order to, because you created a shield around yourself to protect yourself against what you felt like was out there, which you felt like the world was full of backstabbers, the world was full of people all around you that were snakes around you that were trying to hurt you. You felt like everything around you was full of bad luck. If they were white leaves of bright feathers, they would have been good luck, they would have been your angels, but you felt like there was nothing but bad demons around you, bad people around you who wanted to see you fail, who wanted to see you lose, who wanted to see who wanted to see the worst for you instead of the good for you. And you felt like you needed to try to get away. Shh, mommy, here you go, baby. You needed to try and get away from these people. You needed to try to defend yourself against these people. They could have been these people who you could have been around, or these situations that you could have been involved in. They could have been situations where you feel like, I always got to be on guard, I always got to be ready for whatever comes, because it's like I can't trust nobody. The world is a place that's full of evil and things like that. But with the world card upright, is everything has changed for you, especially with the star card coming out as well. Someone inspired you, or something inspired you to change. You could have, recently had a baby. You could have recently started something new that made you change your mindset in the way that you see things. You could have recently met someone new, or met someone who in your life expired change within. You could have saw something on the internet, or someone on the internet who made you change. But my baby is crying. I'm going to end this reading here, but that's really just what all that I have for this reading to end with. So this is my reading for Capricorn. The energies I have out here is for Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. We also have Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. We also have Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. And that is what I have for you, Capricorn. Have a great and prosperous and fulfilling day. I will be seeing you soon. Thank you. Bye.